Zach Sterniello, NASCAR.com. Ryan, getting out of the car, you just kind of looked spent. Was that more physically or emotionally after a day like today?
Physically. I'd come from a long way back and drive really hard, and I was a little worn out.
The last run, obviously got right to the 22's bumper. What's going through your mind as you cross the checkered flag or as you're coming off turn 4 on that final lap, on realizing how close you were?
Nothing really went through my head. Just didn't quite get there. Obviously you want to win, and we had a shot, and I just couldn't really do much when I got there. I just coming from that far back, I just burned everything I had off of it, and things like that. So, thank my guys. Was proud of their effort all season. Said sorry it didn't work out, for you this year, but proud of the efforts, and obviously you want to win, but it just didn't quite happen for us today.
Go to Bob.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. You said it just didn't happen for you today. How much of that was you, and how much of that is Joey Logano just driving well there at the end?
What do you mean?
I guess I'm asking if there were other drivers who were in Joey Logano's position, do you feel like you would have had a better chance?
I have no idea. I was trying to pass Joey. I don't know. It took me a long time to pass a lot of guys today. Joey is one of the best ever, I feel like. He did an amazing job. Didn't make any mistakes in the closing laps when I was kind of catching him. He obviously did a great job because he's a great, race car driver and did everything he needed to do to win. So it's hard for me to say if it's anybody else, would it have been a different outcome? I don't know. It was only one guy, and it was that outcome. And, Joey's a fantastic race car driver, obviously, 3-time champion. And, he did an amazing job of doing what he needed to do to win the race. And
one of the reasons why you had to work so hard to get there was that restart. What did you feel kind of happened there, and is there anything you wish you'd done differently?
I just got bottled up. I took 6th. Thought the top was probably the better row, personally, and I just got put in just kind of a weird aero spot. A lot of guys washed up in front of me there through 1 and 2, and Joey kind of got clear, and then I only got to 4th. I mean, that was the outcome. Just Joey got to the lead pretty quick with how the restart went, and it worked out for him. And by the time I settled in, I was 4th and had to work my ass off to try to get by, the 5 and the 24 and run Joey down. And then I had nothing left. I had everything was spent on that car, and I knew when I was running him down, like, I'm going to get there, but I didn't know I didn't have anything once I got there. So once you get in dirty air and they can start, kind of guessing where you're going, and it just makes it that much harder. So, just the restart, if I would have just been closer, if I would have came out second or so, or I wouldn't have had to work as hard and come from as far back, and maybe would have had a little bit better shot.
Go to Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. Apologize if it's been asked. You see it up close, but what is it about Joey in these moments where he kind of rises up, whether it's Vegas or here, just in these playoffs, he has this ability to just kind of seize the moment, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, that group does a good job of knowing what they need to do at what time, and and it's a testament to Joey and Paul Wolf and that whole team for really rising to the occasion and putting together a great race, and Joey in particular knowing what he needs to do behind the wheel to get it done. So I enjoy racing Joey. He and I push each other really hard because we lean on each other a lot and try to learn from each other, and that's been a fun dynamic. It's been fun to learn from a guy that is so successful like himself, and 3-time champion now, and going to be a Hall of Famer. And I really try to take things that he does well and try to apply it to myself, and kind of vice versa. So that's been fun to kind of be able to work together as teammates. So he's just really good at his craft and understand what he needs to do, and he did it today. I don't know if he had. I mean, I definitely think we had the fastest car, but he did a great job of understanding what he needed to do on the restart and getting out front and then holding on to the lead. So I mean, that just shows all those things that he does really well.
Go to Jeff next.
I can hear you.
John, I was just listening. Oh, your answer to Bob. So is the bigger factor the dirty air, and that like by the time you got there, your stuff was already burned up to get to that point, or like how he took away your lines over and over again? Like, I mean, he put on a defensive clinic essentially. Like, what was the bigger factor? I guess
Everybody put on defensive clinics today. Everybody I tried to pass. Everybody did. So props to them for that. They did a great job. And it's just what you have to do. I mean, the 5 did it to me, the 24 did it to me, the 22 did it to me. It's just what you got to do if you're struggling, and it just buys you time, right? And it's just part of the sport because it's so powerful. You know, the defensive line is so powerful of dirty air. You know, you have to do it if you have a faster car behind you coming down in these moments. So I don't blame them for doing it. You know, is it not the funnest thing in the world? No, because, you know, I've lived that story many, many times. But yeah, I think it was multiple. Like I knew, like I said, I had to work my ass off to get by the 5, and I had to work my ass off to get to the 24 and pass him, and I had to work my tail off to run Joey down from a long ways back. So as I'm doing it, I'm thinking to myself, like, I think I'm going to get there, get close, but I don't know if I'm going to have anything to pass him. But I can't, like, save because I'm never going to get there if I, like, save. Like, Martinsville was a little bit different because I had more laps left. Here, I really had to I really just had to use my shit up really hard to get close. And then I just didn't really have anything left there. So it was a little bit of both. My tires were spent, and he did a good job of kind of being placing his car where he needed to be.
you were totally gassed too, right?
Yeah, I was tired, man. Gosh, I was huffing and puffing and driving hard, and I thought I was going to pass out after the race. Just working hard, trying to close the gap down, and there was a lot of similarities to last week, and we just didn't quite get there this week.
Okay, we'll take 2 more. I'll go here in the center and then end with Elliott.
Blaney, from my point of Cameron Caraway for Sports for You from me at first. From my point of view, it looked like you were just able to drive it into the corner way more deeper than anyone else could in 3 and 4. What just in the car gave you that confidence to be able to do that?
Yeah. I had a decent line going. Like I felt like I can get into turn 1 really fast and on the apron and kind of hook my right side tires on the paint, and that would kind of hold me. I kind of found that early in the race, and it was pretty big grip there. So I really kind of started doing that second half of the day. And then turn 3 was pretty similar. I'd kind of enter low and shallow, and I'd try to hook the paint a little bit to try to enter low, exit low, or just kind of blast it in there and run up the racetrack and, try to carry some momentum. So yeah, I think just entry security kind of helped me. I could enter faster than guys with the rear of the car being a little bit more under me. So yeah, that was working for me. My car was handling really, really well. I wish I ever got control of the race. Like I never got the lead. I got the lead once, and I think the green flag stops happened. Or I got the lead at the end of stage 2. Stage 2 ended, and then I got the lead back. Well, I finally passed Joey for second in the 3rd stage when the green flag cycle happened. Bell pitted. I came out second. I just never got the lead. I feel like if I got the lead, I'm gone, but it just didn't play out. But yeah, car was great, and Jonathan and those guys did a great job of getting us to where we needed to be. So,
And we'll end here.
Elliott Starr, Sports Talk 805. Team Penske's now won the last 3 championships, and today you were 1-2. How is it that you guys are able to dominate right when you need to here at the end of the year at this track?
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible, 3 in a row for Team Penske and Roger and Ford. Jim Farley was here today. That's a massive deal for Ford, and it was really great to have him here. And I was super excited for Roger and Walt Zarnicki and Tim Cindric, Bud Danker, Jonathan Gibson, all those guys who put it together. And yeah, I mean, a Penske 1-2. I think that's the first time I've ever run 1-2 in the championships. That's a huge accomplishment. So yeah, I think our group just does Team Penske as a whole does such a great job of being prepared for these right moments and kind of in the playoffs. But we also have speed all year. I feel like our speed in general, like the 12 team, I can only speak on us. Like we had really great speed all year. just wasn't the most consistent year of getting tore up a lot of DNFs. But I feel like our pace has been really good, and we ended the year really, really strong on speed. And so I'm proud of that effort. And, it's just kind of, gosh, we go through it every year, 22, 23, and this year we sit around and, beginning of the year and in the summer a little bit and come in the playoff time, all of our employees have to sit around and listen to people saying that we suck and we don't deserve to be here and why are they in the playoffs and all that shit. And we've won the last 3 championships. So this team does a great job of rising to doubters, and it's really cool to be a part of that team. And they just work their asses off to figure out what we need to do to get better every single week, and they know how to rise to the occasion come playoff time.